I am Jamie Neff, and I am the owner of LuLaRoe Jamie Neff, or Jamie Neff, or Jamie's LuLaRoe shop also on Facebook. And I have been a LuLaRoe consultant for about 8 months. I started the beginning of December of 2015, and I just wanted to tell you a little bit about why I chose LuLaRoe, why I even decided to do direct sales, and what my business has been like for me. A couple of years ago, I was invited to an online LuLaRoe party. The hostess was Tiffany Cook. I believe she had just started her business. If you follow LuLaRoe on YouTube, you have probably watched a video by Tiffany. And in that party, I didn't know much about LuLaRoe. It was my first introduction. I didn't know about the limited prints. I actually wasn't able to pay attention to the party very much. But I did have one impression, and that was how impressed I was that Tiffany was not a pushy salesman, I guess, woman. And when the party ended, I ended up joining her shopping page, and I had messaged her, I believe, and said that, well, first I tried to buy a dress that was an example photo, which I think is so funny because people do that all the time to me now. And so I was kind of embarrassed. It was a dress that our owner, Deanne, was wearing. It was a mustard Amelia, and I really wanted it, and Tiffany had to break my heart and tell me that that actually wasn't for sale. So that was my first learning experience with LuLaRoe. And then I told her that I was waiting for a floral Amelia, and she just kind of said, okay, like, we'll see when I get one. And then this one came in, and I snatched it up immediately. And at the time, that was kind of it was a big splurge for me. It was actually huge. We had just bought a home. I was staying home with our older daughter, and my husband had just finished his MBA. And so we had a lot of student loans, and I didn't typically purchase things for myself. It was either for the girls or, I don't know, I just didn't shop a ton. And so this was a big deal for me to buy this. And when I got it, my husband said, oh, you look like a sofa. But I love this dress. And it was, when I look at this dress now, I see it as this dress that's changed my life. Sorry. So that was my first introduction to LuLaRoe. Sorry, I get a little emotional about it because I've only been doing this for under a year, and it really has changed my life already so much. I have been asked multiple times to sell different products. I don't know if it's because I have a bubbly personality or because they ask everybody. But I have never been interested in selling something. I have never wanted to impose on people. I've never wanted to put people in an awkward position or make them feel uncomfortable or like I'm trying to get money out of them. And so I've never wanted to sell anything. And I also do not like the feeling of, I didn't love those products that people were asking me to sell, and I didn't want to share something with people I love that I didn't really love myself. And so I just always said no to those opportunities, and no one ever asked me to sell LuLaRoe. I honestly just kept watching Tiffany's page and kept looking around and wanting to shop mostly, and it not necessarily always being in my budget. And that is what got me interested in LuLaRoe. And so when I approached Tiffany that I wanted to start selling, she was super encouraging, but at the same time, she was not pushy at all. And that really gave me the opportunity to research and pray about it and share it with my husband. And I really thought that he would be no-go from the beginning, and he has been very supportive of me. We both prayed about it. We both read about it, made sure we understood what we were getting into, and then I took this crazy leap of joining LuLaRoe, and it has been the biggest blessing in our lives. I started out selling LuLaRoe because I wanted to get our selves free from our student loans. My husband has a master's degree. I have a bachelor's in education, and we both had student loans. His were only from his master's degree, and I don't know if you have a master's degree, but they are not cheap. So that is why I started, and every day the reason why I do LuLaRoe evolves as I hear different people's stories, as I go to pop-up parties. I see different reasons why it's so important for me to work this business. I see women who lack self-confidence. I see women who have a difficult time shopping. I see women who have losses and struggles and pains deeper than I could personally imagine. And for some reason, these clothes bring so much light into these women's lives. They bring light into my life, and it gives me an opportunity to connect with more people than I would ever imagine. It gives me opportunity to uplift them and share with them. One thing that we do on my shopping page is that we have a prayer post every week. And that had been on my mind for a while before I started it. And I cry every week to see the things that these women need and the struggles that they're going through. And then the support that the other women on the page give to them. It's just so touching to me, and that's really what this business is about. Our owners, Deanne and Mark Stidham, always say that they're not in the business of selling clothes. That's not what this business is actually about. They're in the business of changing lives. And I see that with the girls that I work with, who were financially burdened more than I could imagine, and who were struggling to find self-identity and just find the joy in their lives. Starting this business, I just see it changing so many people's lives. It's changing ours financially. It's bringing my husband and I so much closer together. We work this business together. He's behind the scenes a lot, but he puts in a ton of hours and a ton of effort. He loads my car, unloads my car. He sends invoices, he unpacks boxes, he sorts and orders and hangs clothes, and he knows all the names of the styles, and he could probably tell you what size you need as well. But he is so supportive and does so much for me with this business. And I'm so grateful for that. That's a huge reason why I continue to do this, is the closeness that it brings for the two of us. Also, I have recently been introduced to this nonprofit called Beauty Redefined, and their main message is that we as women are not objects. We're not to be put on a pedestal and looked at. We are human beings who do and move and think, and that we should see ourselves as more than objects, and we should stop the self-objectification that we are ingrained to do in our society. And they teach us to, well, their tagline is see more, be more. They teach us to see more in ourselves than just the way our bodies look. And I feel like LuLaRoe goes hand in hand with that. These clothes are not to show off our bodies necessarily. Always think of them as showing off your personality. The prints you wear, the styles you prefer, they show off your personality and who you are, more than your body and trying to objectify yourself. And I love that. I think it's beautiful, and that is a huge reason why I love selling LuLaRoe. I love for women to see themselves as more and see that they can be more and do more. And I hope that me sharing a little bit about my journey will help you figure out how LuLaRoe can work into your life, whether you would like to purchase clothes to help you find your confidence, whether you would like to join in this business opportunity to help you find freedom and help support your family while also being able to be with them and spend time with them, which was a huge goal of mine, is to stay at home but also get us out of debt. There are so many opportunities in LuLaRoe, and I hope that you will find them and you'll share them, and that you might want to go on this journey with me as well. If you would like to follow along, my Facebook group is Jamie's, with an apostrophe, Jamie apostrophe S, LuLaRoe Shop. That's LuLaRoe Shop, and that's on Facebook. I also am on Instagram at Jamie G. Neff. Oh, that's my personal one, I'm sorry. At LuLaRoe Jamie G. Neff, and you can follow along. And message me if you have any questions about this business. I have been working it for about 8 months. I am one of the first 500 consultants to qualify for the cruise at the highest level. There are 3 levels, and my husband and I will be enjoying a free, wonderful cruise with LuLaRoe very soon, and we are very excited about that. And just so you know, when I started, I didn't really know anyone that knew about LuLaRoe, and I feel like I was starting from scratch. And sharing this with others has been a true joy, and I am so grateful for this opportunity, and I would love to share it with you. Thanks so much.